Well, you look lovely.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. It's a little darker over here just because it's, um, you know, nighttime. And I mean, just don't really have all the good lighting right now. But yeah, you look very prepared right now.
Oh, thank you. I've got all of my cards ready.
Me too. Oh my gosh, I'm
Just
so
I want to
excited.
use this.
Hold on one second. Hold
Yeah,
on. Ranger, I'm sorry about that.
you're
Okay.
okay.
So, yeah,
You want
tomorrow.
us? Oh, I was gonna see if you wanted to start off with going over um, the info from the May moon from the
Oh,
Llewellyn
yes.
calendar.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so it's the Llewellyns, which is date books for 2023, and it's going over the May moon, and it's talking about joy. So this is called the flower moon, which happens this Friday on the day of Venus and speaks to the blooms that begin to appear at this time of year in the northern hemisphere. The combination of Venus's loving energy and the blossoming of flowers signals a day of ecstatic joy, the headiness of plant fragrance, the relief of disappearing cold season, and the joy of color appearing everywhere. Yet often in our daily lives, we defer joy. The self examination for this month: what causes you to hold back on happiness? What does deferring joy get you? This month, do not decide I'll be happy when. Look underneath what gives you satisfaction for hidden shame and guilt. Challenge those underlying feelings and work to understand why you have them and why you hold back from delight. Answer these shadows by picking small victories, even something like getting all your laundry done. Celebrate them. Put on some music you love and dance if so inclined. Ring a bell, light a scented candle, and take pleasure in the little victories.
I like that a lot.
So, yeah. And then it talks about the energy of Friday. So, this coming full moon, it's going to be in Scorpio. It has a color for the day, which is rose. It's a good day for planting,
Mm.
which normally you kind of think of full moons as like harvesting or celebration seasons usually. So this is kind of interesting because it's a planting season. So you're putting a lot of intention into this one.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's really cool. I like that a lot. I am trying to get used to allowing myself to accept that I'm gonna have different parts of myself that show depending on my mood, depending on what I'm
Yeah.
feeling. And that's okay.
Well, I think that's kind of part of the things I was thinking about with your thoughts on healing is that like we sometimes think we're going to be this whole perfect complete person who's got all their shit together and has this perfect Instagram life or something that we envision of our ideal selves
Right.
as being whole and healed. But I think healing looks a lot different than what we idealize it to look like. And we don't always give ourselves the credit and gratitude for the things we have overcome and healed and the things that we're constantly working towards and healing, whether or not we celebrate or benchmark it or post about it or whatever.
Yeah. Did you want to pull a card um for what we most need to hear? Whoever comes across this
Yeah,
was meant to hear.
yeah. So this is the Mystic Mondays Tarot by Grace Duong.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, but I think that's correct. And I
think he's
love
a good
that.
guy.
And the internal part says trust your intuition. It's probably
Oh
backwards, but like it's very you. I love all the detail and the holographic, and it's
yeah.
very good. Hey, well, since it's a five, I think I'll cut it 5 times.
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready for it.
So I've pulled the Six of Swords.
Wow. Wow. That resonates. Good Lord.
So it's representing transition, migration, and letting go. Heavy stuff. Collectively, we went through a lot, and I'm sure we still have more to go. And I think to elevate to our next self, we have to let go of the stuff that didn't work.
The Scorpio energy is still very intimidating to me as well, even though I have a lot of prominent aspects that are Scorpio related in my own personal chart. Um, you can have a ton of Scorpio influence in your chart and still be intimidated by it, you know?
Yeah,
But I think maybe the difference is that maybe I could be completely wrong because I'm speaking for myself. I'm not afraid of it, and I won't show that I'm afraid of it. I will not show that I am afraid of it. I'll keep
yeah,
that to myself and I'll face it. But deep down, like I almost look at it as a challenge.
yeah,
And I'll have my blow up moments, but I don't like to lose. It's kind of bad. Honestly, it's kind of bad because like, Scorpio is a fixed sign, and that's another thing too. Scorpio is a very competitive because they're fixed signs. Fixed signs tend to be extremely competitive because they're stubborn as fuck.
that's big stuff. There are lots of areas where I think that's relatable. The things that we endure to feel like we're succeeding or
Yeah,
winning.
yeah. So,
Are there any? I have 3 other decks I haven't touched. Are there any other ones that
ooh.
you feel like we could do? I have Work Your Light,
Oh, yes. I remember that one. Yep.
Lunar Oracle,
Ooh, I was looking at that one though. That Lunar
and then
Oracle
I
one.
have Animal Spirit,
Ooh, I love the
which I
animal
got with you
spirit.
when we were in California.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. I totally remember. Um, I was eyeing the Lunar Oracle though.
Okay,
That stood out to me.
let's see what we got. I like this one because it has like affirmations that are good to have. They kind of help create an energetic mental anchor for me to
Yeah.
have.
hmm
All right.
What's that?
It happens to be full moon.
Wow. Wow.
It says, when your fortune is good, share it.
Ah. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
It also talks about the moon in each sign. Let's see what it has about Scorpio. So, water sign says, still waters run deep, and this is true of Scorpio, a water sign that is all about penetrating insights and the ebb and flow of ideas, depicted by the scorpion with a sting in its tail that can also be self destructive.
Yeah.
Sign says the stability of Scorpio's emotional commitment, once made, is deeply reassuring. There's a reliability to Scorpio that remains strongly consistent throughout change. And the ruling planet is Pluto. says the god of the underworld also heralds transformation. There's often something hidden or secretive in the way Scorpio functions and intensity in their relationships. And it rules the eighth house of regeneration. This is about legacies of what we inherit and sexual regeneration, where the birth of another ensures a continuation of the family line after death. It also relates to the spiritual transformation that can occur in life. So, a
That
little bit
resonates.
more about Scorpio.
That resonates. You go throughout your whole life trying to figure out how to center and focus on learning more about that inner part of yourself. There's two different parts of myself that has a difficult time establishing what is it that I really want in life. Like what's going to make me really feel at ease and content? And what is the journey to get there? You know?
We all have
Yeah.
our own underworld that we're navigating and working through. And I think
Yeah.
some of us do better at keeping it in the underworld than others. And sometimes it has to come out. And I think that's where the fear comes in, is exposing our inner struggle and what's going on beneath the surface.
Yeah.
Especially if we've gotten so used to protecting it or having to hide it from others.
Yep.
We're
First,
not
yeah.
trusting that it's safe to be expressed or shown or understood.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's big stuff. I think it's something that is deep within everyone. Um, I know I resonate with that. I know that's something that personally I'm going through, that transformation in myself and experiencing that internal conflict of things that no one else can understand.
Yeah.
No matter how much I vocalize it, it just seems like it doesn't make any sense. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get used to those ideas that failure's not this big scary thing,
Yeah.
but it's an opportunity for a lesson and for growth and for transformation
Hmm.
and to refining what we really want to get towards. So it's necessary in that refinement of our evolution and our elevation to the next steps in life.
I'm trying to become more, comfortable with just like letting myself fail and like not taking it harshly on myself and just um
Mm-hmm.
not being a perfectionist, not being too hard on myself and just loosening my grip on just controlling everything. Um, I have a grand fixed cross in my chart, so
I don't even know what that means, but that sounds like a lot.
so a grand fixed cross in a chart is basically when you have a square in prominent areas of your birth chart that are all in fixed signs.
Mm.
So, and they all aspect each other. And I have, so you know how my sun sign is in Aquarius and then my rising is in a Leo, which automatically oppose each other. Well, my midheaven is in Taurus and my IC is in Scorpio.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That
a
is a
problem.
lot of,
It's a problem.
but it can also be very powerful, it sounds like, if you have them all fixed into the right positions. It can be like a super mega force, it sounds like, for yourself if you
Yeah,
know how to alchemize each position.
yeah. I'm working on it. My Sagittarius stellium is an asshole. So
Okay.
I know, right? Seriously, it's like fuck you, Sag. Just kidding. I love Sagittarius. I love all the
Yes.
Sagittarians out there. I love you. Um, I love you guys because I'm so much like you. So I'm not trying to dog it out. I'm just saying, like, just the fiery, impulsive. Like, it's hard for me to, hone that in sometimes.
And I think it's
Yeah.
also good to make what your enemies were in your chart or areas that you struggle with in life become your allies to learn how to transform those things that you fought against into something you can start to work with
Yeah.
and honor the gifts that they have instead of just the lessons that they're there to teach you.
Yeah. You're right. Changing perspective of it, not looking at it in a negative light.
Starts starts in the brain, the cranium, the dome.
I'm just kidding. That's my scorpionic energy coming out.
Yeah, the injection,
Here, I'll take care of it
self-destructing.
right. I'll take care of it right now. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, we should get like a card from the spirit animal deck. The the animal spirit. I had it the other way around.
The dragon eye
The dragon. That's Rahu. The Eye of Rahu.
and all the elements.
That is the Eye of Rahu. The North
Rahu.
Rahu and Ketu from Vedic astrology. Rahu is the north node. Ketu is the south node. Rahu is the head of the dragon. Your destiny point. But you choose. Do you want the destiny to devour and but it has a mission. Yeah. Anyways, okay, sorry, I just went on a ramble.
You go there, girl. I'm just trying to show off all the holographic
Oh,
because
yes,
I'm
I love it.
obsessed with it.
Oh, it looks so deep and sacred and sexy at the same time.
Thank
Ooh,
you. I love all the compliments.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what question should we ask the animal spirit?
Well, we can go back to one of the questions from the moon journal for this month. Um, the first one is what causes you to hold back on your happiness? So we'll ask what is holding us back from happiness? Let's see. The lizard.
It's a reptilian. I knew it.
Our, our reptilian brain, which is interesting because I was just listening to a thing about how narcissistic trauma abuse makes us go into our reptilian brain.
Oh my God. Yeah, that resonates. Yep. And then the abuse continues. It's like a hurt person will create another hurt person and then another hurt person, another hurt person. Yep.
And it
Resonate.
hurts our short term memory and our ability to learn new things.
Yeah. Because you're stuck in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
Its power points are instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, and dreamer. So the lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to be manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name.
Mm.
And to bring it back into balance, you need a creative project.
Yeah. Art, painting, music, even just, creating videos as well. You're creating something. You're
Yeah.
expressing yourself in some way, shape, or form. So, another form of expression. Well, what about the light oracle deck, or is that what it's called?
Work your light, girl.
Work your light. The
Work
work,
it.
the work your light.
This one's internal message is you are the oracle.
I like that. That's a pretty message.
Do you have a question for this one or just a general energy answer?
Um, um, hmm. Like of insight to help shine our inner light more.
It says align your life.
Oh, oh,
So
ah,
we can have all these like fractured versions of ourselves
yep,
that aren't in alignment with
yep,
our life path or our
yeah,
desires or our happiness or our
yeah.
light. So it says, it's actually asking a question back. It says, what is not aligned or
Mm.
needs to change?
Wow.
So it's taking your question and turning it back on
I know,
yourself.
right? Seriously.
So this message is what in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are. We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck.
Mm.
Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be. But there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are. To surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pull this card, you're being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and embrace who you truly are now. The
Yeah.
same message like we had earlier, the Six of
Ah,
Swords, you gotta
I
let
know,
go.
right? Yeah. Yep.
To courageously
Absolutely.
step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness.
Hmm.
Perhaps you've outgrown some relationships or circumstances and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today.
Well, I think we should probably call it a night. It is getting pretty late.
Yeah,
That was an awesome like session of, pulling some very inspirational cards with some very deep messages that definitely resonated and touched, a very deep part within me as well. And I think collectively would resonate with a lot of others out there too that are going through their own interchange in different ways. So,
yeah. I think it's good to remember that even though you're going through it internally, you're not alone.
yeah.
And other people have their own struggles. And sometimes, if we're vulnerable enough to see that, it can help us change what we're holding on to be able to be who we want to be
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
or who we truly are,
Yeah.
really.
Hmm. Yeah. That's true. It was awesome.
Blessings. Blessings.
Blessings. Blessing, 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 blessing.